Hi, welcome to Arsenal Fan Henry. What a beautiful game against Man United. What a lovely time to be an Arsenal fan. You know, we are enjoying it every moment in this season. Arsenal is making us proud, you understand? Arteta and the boys are really making us proud. I remember somebody, saying, why are you people just celebrating? You are so excited and blah, 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 and all that. Not just we, even the pundits across in England saying we are over celebrating. We haven't won the league yet. Why are we celebrating? We have every reason to celebrate. Why won't we celebrate? They've not been able to give us reason why we shouldn't celebrate. What they've just been saying is, why are you guys celebrating? It's just halfway the season, or you won a game, you're celebrating. Stop there. How do you win the league? You win the league when you pass your tests. When you win games, football games. Every game that come in front of you, you win them. Then you celebrate. We are 19. We've played 19 games now. One game less of Man City and the other top 6 teams. 19 games. And out of those 19 games, we've been able to win. We only lost 1. Drew 2. We're celebrating because we are top of the table. We've achieved a lot being on top of the table, competing with best teams in the world. Man City has been the best team in the Premiership for the past 7 seasons, and we're 5 points ahead of them. And you said we shouldn't celebrate. We're giving you the reason why we should celebrate, but you have not given us the reason why we should not celebrate. We are 5 points ahead of City. We have 11 points ahead of Manchester United that we've just beaten 3-2. We are 17 points ahead of Spurs. We are 21 points ahead of Liverpool and 21 points ahead of Chelsea. Even though Chelsea has spent over £400 million from summer till now, buying players as if they are buying apples. And you said we shouldn't celebrate. Why shouldn't we celebrate? We didn't expect to be in this position. All what we asked for was Arteta should get us back competing. Get us back to the Champions League. We didn't ask for more. Not so much. Just get us the Champions League. That is where we belong. We don't belong in the Europa. But rather, we're sitting on top of the table, competing to win the title now. We are not competing because we want to make top 4. We're competing to win the title. So we should celebrate. Yeah, we should celebrate. We're happy where we are. Let me be a little bit religious here. Probably it's because we've been celebrating too much, and that's why we're seated on top of the table. Because God knows we appreciate the good work He has been doing for us. Now, yeah, we've celebrated. We've won the first half of the league. So we go into the second half now. What can we do to consolidate our position in the league? We need to strengthen. Yes, we've seen that 2 players are in already. Jacob and Trossard are in, but we still need more players, especially somebody to deputize Partey. Just like what Klopp said, we've been lucky. Arsenal has been lucky with injuries. We've not had a lot of injuries. I think the only person that has been injured in our first 11 is Jesus, Gabriel Jesus, and thank God Nketiah is making us not to miss him anyway. In short, the question now is, if Jesus comes back, will he just walk straight into the team? 2 different strikers, one all-round game. Jesus is good. But Nketiah is a good scorer, and I think he needs to work himself back into the team, and that's why we're a big club. We're competing now. We need to continue on this momentum, bring in a couple of more players to consolidate, just like I said before. And because of that, we're linked to so many players over the time. It's not all that we're going to be talking on a podcast like this, but those which are very, very close, that the rumor have some substance. Just like we're linked to Martin Zubimendi. Is a midfielder. It can be a backup or consolidate or play alongside with Partey. But the problem now we have with him, it's a Spanish international, 23 years old, play for Real Sociedad. Arsenal, as it stands, are ready to activate his release clause of about 54 or thereabouts, 54 million pounds. But the player himself wants to stay back at Real Sociedad. He said he doesn't want to leave in the middle of the season. Information still reaching us is that that's what we heard before, but there is still information that Arsenal are still in talk and are trying to convince the player to come over. Another player being linked is Amadou Onana from Everton. Everton just sacked Frank Lampard, their manager, and as we all know, they are bottom of the table. It's like two of their players have even left, and I think they're having some crisis there, but that is not our own business. We are linked with Amadou Onana. We've linked with him before he moved to Everton. Can we get him? Will Everton let him go? Even if the Everton board wants to allow him go, what will be the reaction of the fans? We'll get to know that as we get towards the end of the transfer window. But the rumor today is that we are linked to him. We've made the inquiry if he's available. Remember, we are also linked to Camavinga of Real Madrid, loan. Nothing has come out of that. I think it's just one of those rumors. But there was some kind of it was going around in the news that we are linked with him. Also today, this time around the winger, we are linked to Federico Chiesa of Juventus, 25 years, Italian, is a right winger. Is valued around 60 million. Arsenal are ready to pay that 60 million, but it's left for Juventus to sanction whether they want to sell. We know Juventus is going through a lot of problems. They've just deduct 15 points from their points, and there are a lot of problems they are facing now. So there are so many things going on behind the scene. So we look if they can sell to us. Chiesa is a world-class player. The only problem he has had before is injury, and hopefully he can get over that. If we can get him, it will be a wonderful player to compete in that right wing with Zaka. That means we have two wonderful players in that right wing. So those are some of the players we are linked to. Also, we are linked to a 18 years old Spanish player. There are two clubs linked with this guy, Dortmund and Arsenal. But as it stands now, we've made inquiry. It's available for 26 million, but it's left for the player to choose where he wants to go to. Does he want to come to Arsenal or he wants to go to Dortmund? The problem now is he will want to play regularly. Arsenal are ready to buy him and loan him back to his club. But what he will have to look at is, if he comes to Arsenal, definitely he's not going to walk into the team. We have two right back already, good players, good right back. So he's not going to just come in and walk into those teams. Also, for Dortmund are ready to offer him playing time. I think there is no much competition for them at the right hand side. Um, that is that for the transfer for today. Cedric Suarez. The story today is that we have reached an agreement with Fulham for the transfer of Suarez. He's going to Fulham on loan, and he will be there for the rest of the season. And as we know, Arsenal has a contract with him till he's on contract till 2024. So in this deal, there's no option to buy. So definitely, after the loan, is going to return back to Arsenal. That is it from the transfer loan. We also have injury to Eleni. Initially, we didn't know it was that serious, but as it stands now, it looks as if he's going to be out for a long time. It's not certain yet. We don't know the duration, but it's going to be for a while. So that's the reason why we need a backup now. We need a backup for Partey. We need a backup for Partey. We need a backup for Partey. And I know Edu and Arteta are doing their best in this transfer window. So hopefully we can get most of the deals across the line. Talking about some of our loan players too, like Balogun. Balogun, the last time we talked about him, he was on 10 goals. Right now, he has scored 11 goals last weekend. He's doing wonderful well. Nketiah is doing well here. Balogun is doing well there. Which means if we're going to get a striker, it must be a world-class striker. It must be a world-class striker. Thank you. That is our podcast for today. If you've not yet subscribed to this channel, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel, Arsenal Fan NG, and follow us on our Facebook page, Arsenal Fan NG. Good podcast coming our way. Thank you.